In this episode, we get to see Jack hunted by the Makandis, a cat-like man people that Aku has hired to chase after Jack. Now, these people are a bit different from the other hunters that Jack has faced. Bounty hunters, easy peasy, gets rid of those guys, no problem. The robots that Aku sends after him, no problem, just slices down the middle. It's just in see next Tuesday, pretty much what's going on there. But these guys, the Makandis, are professionals, worldwide hunters, or even universal wide hunters, known as the top of the top. And they prove to be the most fierce hunters that Jack has ever had to face. In fact, he even gets captured by them at the end of it. But instead of giving Jack over to Aku like you would presume like most bounty hunters do, they reject Aku, saying that Jack has earned the right to run free and have freed Aku in front of him and letting him go. Now, why would they do this? Well, let's dig into Makandi's culture and what they are and why the sense of honor is within them. So why would the Makandis even think about doing this? Well, first and foremost, if you talk to any hunters, they'll tell you that they feel like they have some kind of connection between them and their prey. Usually it's that predator and prey dynamic that's going on, and that's very much so the case that's playing on Samurai Jack. But if you take it a step further, it's when you're getting so deep into your hunt with your prey that you start to gain some respect for it. And if you do this a lot with a lot of hunts, you see that a lot of patterns, a lot of standardization, nothing really gets you the thrill of the hunt anymore. But if you come across that one prey that really makes you work for it to get that hunt, you respect it so much more, which is why in some cases you'll see fishermen letting a fish go that they've been trying to get for 6 hours, or a hunter that has been tracking a deer for the last couple of days. It just really comes down to how much you're into it, and there's that innate connection between you, the prey, and nature. That's a very core fundamental here that we gotta understand why they let Samurai Jack go. Now, for the Makandis, it goes up another level from here, that they aren't just hunters, they are tribesmen, where your primary thing is your community, where your friends and family all live together. And your second priority is the hunting, the gathering for food. You're being close to nature, so you have a deep respect for nature and how it works, and you don't overhunt, and you respect your prey. That sometimes you just let your prey go because it's the right thing to do, because it gave you a good hunt and it deserves to live. And that's exactly what happened here in Samurai Jack, is that Jack proved his worthiness. Jack proved that he was a worthy prey, a worthy adversary, that they only caught him by the skin of their teeth, that if they didn't have that trick arrow at the end, Jack would have deflected the arrow and he might have been able to find out another way to escape from them. He proved to be a fantastic source of a hunt for them, and that's why Jack got away. And the culture, as I said, it really builds up this sense of pride, this sense of honor in a hunt when you find a worthy adversary that really helped forge them into this. And the Makandis, they aren't a backward people. They are, in fact, in some ways even further ahead of us, because when we are hearing their conversation with Aku, they're talking about not needing the trinkets, the material wealth that Aku brings. They're talking about the thrill of the hunt, that they don't need these meaningless things because they have their minds clear. And which, and in some regards, is what we miss in our current modern day, is that we don't have our connection with nature. That if you are someone who's never really spent any time out on hikes or just spent some time out in nature, I highly recommend turn this video off and go outside and enjoy nature, because it helps ease your mind and reconnects you to the world and just regrounds you to what's going on more ways than going and seeing a therapist can. It helps just clear your mind, so just take it from me, it's the best way to go. And the Makandis, they recognize this, and this is how they have chosen to live, and this is why they are such good hunters, because they don't need to communicate with each other when they're hunting. They don't need to tell each other like, hey, he's going over there, or hey, did you check over there? Hey, we gotta go. Hey, you use the blow dart, you use the bow and arrow. No, it's just a flow of the field. They see each other's emotions. They see how the plane of the battle is going. They understand how it's going because they've been training and hunting since they were wee lads. So they just need a slight motion of a head, a slight fire of an arrow to know what's going on and where to go and who's up next. And the flow of the battle is just read like a dance to these guys, and which is why they're such on a top level here. So you gotta really appreciate the skill that these guys bring to the hunt with after Samurai Jack, and that their culture is just that of hunters and one with nature, which Jack, he is a warrior, he can fight back, but Jack's main thing is not hunting. Jack's main thing is as a warrior. He's been trained how to hunt. He knows how to do it, but his main thing is to fight against a coup and take him down. So when you go up against someone whose only thing is hunting, you're kind of screwed in that regard. So it makes total sense why these guys were able to take Samurai Jack down when so many other bounty hunters and huntsmen have failed at this task. Now, one thing I really want to talk about is the strangeness with Aku. Why is Aku not master of this world? Because Aku, he has complete dominion over Earth, and we see within the show he has even control of other planets. So this isn't really something that Aku is adverse to take over another planet or to decimate it. So why hasn't Aku taken over this world yet? Well, I have a few theories as to why that might be. First theory is that Aku's arrogant enough to think that all he needs is just Earth and maybe a couple other planets, but he doesn't really care about them. All he really cares about is Earth. I find that one personally hard to believe just because knowing Aku's nature of controlling, wanting to be worshipped, and hates other people having any form of freedom or expression, I don't really understand why he would just allow a free society out there that he could go out and conquer with his bugs. So I'm just saying that theory I don't believe at all. Two, he is currently making his way through the universe, sending out his armies, taking over control, and he just hasn't got to Makani's universe yet. Or excuse me, just hasn't got to the Makani's world yet, but he's slowly making his way there, and eventually they will also be underneath his boot of control, which I don't think that's true because he literally teleported to their world, so no, I don't think that's in the question either. Or third, and this one has some actual possibility of validity to it, is that Aku is sending out his armies, he is sending out his forces to control and conquer, but although Jack, he is the only one that can kill Aku, that doesn't mean that other planets don't have their magical rituals that can fight against Aku and stop him from progressing forward. Maybe not kill him, but at least stopping him temporarily. And we do know that the Makandis have some form of magic that allows them to go from their planet to Earth in order to hunt Jack, and that's how they also escape from Aku. That's some seriously powerful magic right there. So maybe they have something where, hey, we won't bother you, Aku, if you don't come bother us. So I'm just curious to see how that exactly works, or if there are just other deities out in the universe giving their avatars power to protect their worlds, but aren't necessarily going to go forth to fight against Aku on Earth. I'm curious to see how that would play out. I need to do maybe a little more research on that. I don't think that that's necessarily the case, but still, I like the theory at the very least. Now, I want to hear what your guys' thoughts are. What do you think of the Makandis? Do you think that they're being a little bit too generous just to let Jack go and not hunt him down? Or do you think that they're more tribal aspect and respect for their prey and seeing that it's a noble figure is worthwhile? I'm curious to see what you guys got to say down in the comment section below. Also, let me know, what do you think of Aku and the reason why it hasn't taken over their planet yet? I'm very curious as to see what you guys' answers are to that question. With that said, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys there. Thanks for watching. Bye.